Hello. It's so bright here today. I love it. I don't have tea. I have coffee. I had a gift card, so I got this pistachio latte. I've never tried it before, but I love pistachio. Everything else, so it's probably pretty good. Anyway, I have kind of a crazy, funny story to share today. I have nicknamed this guy the Wasted Guy. This one was super weird and also funny at the same time, just because there was some collateral damage that could not be planned and would probably make a great scene in a romantic comedy. But whatever. Somebody can steal the idea if they want. I'll probably never do anything with it. But so, met this guy on a dating app. All the things are lining up, as they always are, enough to meet him for drinks at a bar that was like half and half both ways. So he was very good. We didn't speak, but we did text a lot. He was very good with the communication. Like, there was a lot of things that I was excited to talk to him about in person and see how we mesh. And so I was excited to meet him, and I had not been to that bar in a while, so I was kind of excited to go because it was like kind of like had some food there and like pool tables, and sometimes they did karaoke and all that stuff. So lots of opportunities if things were going well to like connect and still hang out. I show up and he's at the bar itself. He's like not just waiting at the bar, he is locked in at the bar, and he looks like he's been there a while. He smells like he's been there a while, and his speech is slurred. He can't focus on my face. He can't even walk right. So I'm like, what is going on? Well, let's just give him a minute. Maybe he's nervous. It took me a minute to figure out that he was actually wasted. I walk up and I'm about to go like order myself something because I've just arrived, and he already has like a full spread. He brings me away from the bar before I can even speak to the bartender and sits me down at a table and starts like basically having the same conversation that we had already had over text in person, just like a repeat of everything. I'm sitting here with no drink, with nothing. I don't know. The bar was kind of busy, but the waitress never came by. I don't know if she didn't think I needed anything because he had so much that he brought with him, and maybe she thought that we were fine. But I never got an opportunity to order anything, and I was kind of shell-shocked, so I didn't like stop and stand up and go. And honestly, I wasn't sure if I was going to stay. So I just didn't really make it a point to try to order anything. I think I was there for a total of about 15 minutes. It wasn't very long. But the moment we sat down, I heard my name behind me. And I turned around, and it was my best friend from high school. It was her parents. They were out having a date. So she's like wanting me to introduce this guy, and I'm trying to not make it a big deal because I kind of want to leave, but now I have this audience and I don't want to seem really rude and just like leave, because then they might think that I'm leaving because they're there, and I don't want to make a thing. Now, my best friend from high school and I aren't super close, but we did keep in touch, and like we're not like estranged or anything. Our lives have just taken different paths. So I have seen her parents, and I've seen her sisters, and like lives like kind of intersect here and there. Like everything's good. So I know that if her parents, were to report back, there could be some confusion there. So I'm thinking, how do I get out of this situation? But I tried so hard. So I'm basically letting them know that I excuse myself for a moment and I go speak to them, and like it's nice to see them. Obviously, they're very wonderful people. I have great memories of sleepovers at their house, and just like they were kind of second parents to me for a number of years. And of course they knew my parents, and my parents have passed on, so it's always nice to run into somebody that is from that time of my life because it feels like home a little bit. So I take a quick second, I say hello to them, and I kind of whisper that this is a first date and I'm really not sure I'm gonna stay, so don't be alarmed if I just get up, because yeah, it's not good. So I sit back down. I think I probably talked with them longer than I talked with the guy. Honestly, he was not even speaking in complete sentences. He flagged down the waitress and ordered himself another drink, and he clearly did not need another drink. I still have no drink or anything. So he is just like rambling on and not making any sense whatsoever. And so at like 15 minutes, maybe just slightly longer, I was like, this is not going to work. You're clearly more interested in what you're drinking than getting to know me. I do appreciate you taking the time to come and meet me, but I can tell that this is not going to be something that's going to be a good match for me, and I'm not going to be interested. So I'm going to go and, enjoy your meal, enjoy your drink, but this is not going to work for me. So I left and I went home and I enjoyed my night with my kids, and that was the end of it. My friend and I did connect over it. We had a good laugh, that it was super weird that I ran into her parents at that really bad first date. But I learned a couple things from that. Like, first impressions really do matter. And my first impression of this guy was not a good one. I gave him probably more grace than I should have, honestly. I should have just left at the first sign of oddness, like when he wasn't letting me order and he was already drunk. But I had walked into that situation kind of feeling open and wondering what was going on. I was excited to go to the location as much as I was to meet him. So I was sort of in this mindset that, oh, maybe it'll work out and be okay just because I haven't been here in a while and I'm hungry, right? I don't do that anymore. I don't stay somewhere just because I'm hungry. And I'm going to clarify, like, if I don't feel like there's a match, I don't allow the guy to pay. I'm very clear about that. Like, there's certain levels. Obviously, in that level, I'm going to leave because it really wasn't going to work ever. And I didn't even want to try to enjoy a meal with this guy. But then if I do feel like they're a reasonable person and we might have a nice evening, I'll let them know as soon as I know that, and let them know that I'll be paying for myself, but that we'd be continuing this interaction just as like friends, acquaintances, and see how they respond to that. Usually they're happy to have a dinner companion, and then we part ways. There's been a couple of times where I've, actually formed friendships from that. And they've appreciated my forthrightness and honesty. I only allow a guy to pay if I am feeling like it's an actual connection that I want to continue pursuing. Otherwise, I pay for myself. So there's that. I would just want to throw that out there. But I wasn't planning to just like let him pay for my meal and have a free meal. That wasn't my mindset. My mindset was, well, even if it's just halfway decent, I have a dinner companion. I'm kind of chatting with somebody new, enjoying the environment, and getting some good food. But he was so wasted, and it was such a weird situation. I didn't even want to stay for that. So I definitely have more of a thick skin about those things, and I have quicker judgment calls than I used to have. I don't really fault myself for staying for 15 minutes. It was kind of fast and furious, and I was trying to like catch up and process what was happening, and then of course running into my friends' parents, and it's just a funny situation all around. So I don't feel like, looking back, I did anything wrong, but I guess it just solidifies that like those first 30 to 45 seconds of introducing yourself, like how you present yourself, how you show up. Are you early? Are you late? Are you accommodating? Are you inviting? Like, all of those things really do matter. And I think we can all take heart and keep that in mind as we're navigating meeting new people, whether it's in dating or business or just like friendly relationships. Those first impressions matter, and it's really hard to overcome. And then if you just like cement yourself within that first impression, there's really no way past it. He did apologize to me over text. He explained that he was having a really bad day. Several things had happened to him. But at that point, as much as I could understand that he was having a bad day, he is an adult who is presumably a responsible adult. He easily could have rescheduled or handled his bad day in a different way. The fact that he handled it by getting blackout, wasted, drunk, and behaving that strangely and that inconsiderately in public, as much as I understood he had a bad day, that behavior still wasn't acceptable and not something that I would want to connect myself to. So at the end of the day, I, told him I wished that he had a better day and things went better for him, but that we just weren't a match ultimately because of the way that he handled his stress. That's not something that I wanted to be part of either. So anyway, first impressions matter, and laugh it off when it doesn't work.